Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, Video 135, July 16, 2015. Mithy, we were waiting for the light of your base on Pluto. What happened? The lights of our base are lit. We use light in the frequency range equivalent to your wavelength range of 6000 K to 7500 K, and it seems that your NASA are filtering this frequency in the photos brought to you. This reddish color of the photos shows the result of this filtering. Because that planet does not have this color, it looks like the surface of your moon, but with the ground much more rugged. Dear friends, how many of you have questions and doubts about how to absorb cosmic energy, concentration and meditation? As CB asked me, I will give a short explanation about it, which could serve as a short guide. Here are some helpful tips and practices to achieve a quantum concentration of cosmic energy to increase your ability to transcend to levels that could over time provide greater ease of communication via brain waves. First, let's examine how the magnetic field of your planet works. The magnetic flux also interacts in both directions. There is no flow direction for the magnetic lines between the poles. Through these lines the magnetic field aligns the incidence of cosmic energy that is channeled from one pole to the other, entering by one and leaving the other to continue their journey through space. These tips in the short guide is to show how you can take advantage of this flow to increase the current power load by your brain to activate certain dormant sectors that require a higher level of quantum energy to function. The quantum energy is like your vitamin D, who needs the solar energy absorbed by the skin to metabolize. Well, the quantum energy needs of cosmic energy to metabolize in the brain. How to make your concentration. As very few have a pyramid to get into it, therefore you can use a neodymium magnet to easily simulate the alignment. The neodymium magnet when placed upright on a flat surface, aligns with the resulting direction of local magnetic lines, and this will give you a line north-south to be used by you. The side of the magnet that faces the south is the north pole of it, and it is the side that will be facing you. With this alignment, the front part of your brain is aligned with the north-south axis of the geomagnetic field in the direction where you are going on the cosmic energy flow. As you guys can see, the geomagnetic field of your planet does not behave the same way in all locations. Your compasses are compensated regionally to make these corrections. But it is not the axis north-south geographical that matters but rather the direction of the magnetic lines in your region, and neodymium will align with these lines. After finding the position of that axis in your room, always use this sense to sit for meditation. Place your neodymium magnet in a range of fabric and place it on your forehead with the pole marked north in your skin. This is not necessary but the magnet will help to focus a little more energy, like a lens does with the sunlight. Electric charges of your neurons will to align with this flow as you relax, vacating the brain to release the workloads of these neurons and leaving them in receptive state. With practice, you will be able to reach a state in which cease to feel your body, do not feel your feet, hands, heat or cold, and will be in a contemplative mood where your physical plane to commune with your astral plane. At this stage, your brain will take the opportunity of excess energy to free sectors that were prevented from being released under normal conditions. The more sectors are released the greater your ability to concentrate and understanding, since it will see things on an external angle that will allow a much broader view of everything that affects you, or you're about at the moment of your existence. From that point on, the telepathic reception possibilities will be much easier to achieve, which may facilitate communication with earlier brothers in a future interplanetary relationship. Mythi. They are found drawings in Egyptian sculptures showing humanoid face cats, birds, and reptiles. This represent beings who actually were present here at that time. There are many billions of years ago, many development experiments were done in the universe involving mostly mammals and reptiles. With respect to insect descendants, few races have become civilizations as most of them became extinct. Mammals and reptiles were more hybridized with respect to the genome and DNA, and this led to a considerable range of species that have managed to make societies through billions of years of development. Yes, they're humanoid mammals hybridized with DNA from cats and dogs and various types of herbivores, beyond that better adapted, which were hybridized with primates. Most of the humanoid was hybridized from primates, of which we share 92% of DNA. The other 8% are the result of manipulation of the genome, which defines the differences between the humanoid species as well as the different species of primates themselves. The Atuns, Arcturians, Pleiadians, like most fleets including mine, remained mixed crews with various elements of various races working as a team each in its specific function. Therefore you will find drawings and sculptures praising the different types of gods who came from heaven to teach knowledge of the stars. In the case of reptiles, there are some amphibious races working in crews of Arcturians for millennia, very competent and reliable by the way, so never judge aliens by appearance, first check who they really are. The reptiles-birds hybrids were never really developed. The birds are reptiles with different structure, and the fact that they have not really functional hands would not have a great future development as other species. Frescoes and statues of such hybrids with birds are only artistic manifestation, do not represent any real hybrid. Mythi. There is a theory that the time is an illusion, past, present and future all exist together. What can you tell us about this matter? A preposterous theory. Time does not accumulate in layers that it could be related or consulted in a universe context. Past events vanish after passing. It's not like frames of a video. This is also shared by all who live in the third dimension, and the past is passed to all equally. It's like a ladder in one direction. When you move up to the next rung, the previous not coming back to you, but others will be climbing that step where you have been, and what was passed to you will be the present for them. So in a generic concept, the level that you lived in an earlier time will still be there for others who will go through it in a conceptual form, but for you as an individual it will have ceased to exist and may be only a recorded memory in your mental records. As a side note, not all walk up the steps to universal time and space at the same speed. Many may have started together, but the most aware rise naturally faster, reaching future levels, while others remain in their present in your past. I hope you can understand the context of these clarifications. Mythi. What type of validity do the messages and practices on the emerald tablets of Thoth of Atlantis serve our current state of consciousness? These old manners gifts, some were made with materials from outside the planet, more advanced crystals and metals, and this has caused much lasted until the present day. But the messages has its shelf life, which had a meaning in a given time, cannot be taken as an absolute guide in another epoch. The conscientization not need books or guides. A native of your forests can be more aware than most of your civilized people. Those looking for awareness will have to find it from within, regardless of knowing how to read old tablets or old books. Those who pray with the priest during a mass in the churches is only repeating words in the literary sense, as if conscientized internally would see those sayings a very different from literary way, and know that being there is not more than if you were in your own room or in the middle of a forest. Do not seek to rely on old knowledge. You guys live in an epoch that provides infinite times more information for you guys. Form your own base of awareness. View and analyze the old information as relics of yesteryear, trough from which your civilization managed to get here. I ask you who seek to hear what is said here, be always prepared for any new moment in the life of the planet, and many brothers who watch you guys hope to help put everything on track as soon as this is possible. Quiet spacecraft movement will be detected by you in these next few months, many of which can be viewed without invisibility fields since the CG does not seem to be too worried about it lately. Stay all well in health.